Hello and welcome back to Lead with Love. So this one is my last video for the day for all the clairs. This one is from medium.com. I'm going to include the links in the description box. I am going to put the timestamps in the comments because I put them in the, what is it? I put it in the description box and then the timestamps are all wrong. So I'm not going to put them in the description box. I am going to pin them in the comments. So this one is medium.com. This is all the clairs from clairvoyance to clairempathy. So this one has all of the clairs, all different clairs. It even has some of them that I did not go through because I went through four of them, of the main ones, and then it has so much more I was not aware of. So we are gonna find out together. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight in. So all the clairs from clairvoyance to clairempathy. We've seen them in pop culture and perhaps in our everyday lives. Psychic abilities, nagging intuitive messages that eventually prove accurate, and strange psychic sensations. Most of these perceptions and feelings are one of the clairs. The clairs are clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance. Those are the four basic ones, but there's more. Meaning clear. Clear means clear. Claro, clear. Well, clear in French. Clair means clear in French. In Spanish is claro. But parapsychologists regard these abilities as the forms of extrasensory perception, or ESP. So who would ESP is extrasensory perception. ESP. Many believe that with the correct instruction, anyone can learn to be clairvoyant or clairsentient. Sentience is your feelings. That's, you feel it. Clairvoyance, it has the V in it, so that's vision. That's your seeing. All the clairs from clairvoyance to clairempathy. We're not going to teach you. I am not going to teach you. This is something that you have to do on your own. You have to practice on your own, and you have to pay attention. Paying attention is a big part. Is a big part of all of this. Like, if you don't pay attention to yourself, you have to know yourself. You gotta pay attention. You gotta slow down, stop, and think and focus on yourself instead of everything else and everybody else. Focus on yourself and pay attention, and you can develop your own senses that way. Back to the article. We're not going to teach you how to receive spiritual messages through your sense of taste or hearing. But if you're like me, you've experienced random perceptions through one of the six senses. It can be helpful to understand what each of the abilities is and how they manifest. So, and then I'm talking, but I'm reading the article. Like, I'm not the one having all these feelings and I know how to do all this stuff. Like, I don't know how to do all this stuff. I'm just reading it through the article, okay? So the first one is clairaudience. So clairaudience means clear hearing. So audio, hearing. Audio is hearing of divinatory information. So that means that you're hearing messages. You're hearing divine messages. It can be through music. It can be anything, and you just hear it. No one else hears it but you. You know, it's a divine message. It's information that you're hearing. Those who have clairaudience are often mediums or channelers and can perceive sounds, words, and noises that other people cannot. It is believed that these sounds come from the spiritual realm and are a mental tone perceived through the physical ear. But in the mind, clairaudience may hear these otherworldly broadcasts from the present, past, or future. So clairaudience is from the divine. You're hearing messages from the divine. It's from God. You know, your senses, all of our senses are gifts from God. Like, you have to have faith in God, your belief in God. You have to, gifts only come from God. Like, you have to believe and have trust and faith in what the messages that you're receiving, because everyone can have these messages. Everyone has intuition, but not everyone pays attention to their intuition. Not everyone listens to what's going on. Not everyone pays attention to the signs. You know, you have to pay attention. That's the only way you're going to get better. You have to pay attention, and you have to practice, make notes, keep a journal, and make notes of what's going on in your life. I'm going in Clairgustance. So that is the ability to clear tasting. Gustance, gusto, that's like you're eating with like fever, like taste, like you could taste it. It tastes so good, like gusto. Clairgustance refers to clear tasting. It's that in the absence of anything that would send flavor signals to the person. That means that whatever you're tasting, like you could taste it, but it's not in your face, like you're not eating it. Like it's just a sensation, something that you feel. There is no food or drink in their mouth. A person with clairgustance can perceive the essence of something from the spiritual realm through taste. That means that you're tasting something and it's not physically there, but it's spiritually there. Like you're having, it's a reason why you're getting that sensation, why you're tasting this familiar taste. There's a reason, and you have to pay attention, and you got to put the pieces together, put it into your life. Why are you tasting this right now? It could be your grandma, it could be anything, a message from somewhere, but you have to pay attention. Clairsentience. Clairsentience is the ability, means clear feelings. Sentience is clear feelings. So sentience is like sensation, sensitive. So it's your feelings. So clairsentient, the ability, it means clear feeling, like you have clear feelings of it. Those who are clairsentients can feel messages within the whole body without actually feeling anything through the physical body. Unlike clairempathy, clairsentience involves a distinct physical sensation. It's a physical sensation, like you can feel a certain kind of way. You can feel someone's sadness, you can feel someone's happiness, you can feel when something's not right, like you can feel it. This goes on usually with empaths. Empaths have that gift of feeling. They can feel things clearly. They can read a room. I'm gonna go into the next one. Clairempathy. Clairempathy is closely related to clairsentience. It is clear emotion. Emotion. In those who experience clairempathy, the empath, a spiritual message or other people's emotions. So clairempathy, those are when you feel other people's emotions. If you ever walked into a room right after people have been fighting and felt a heaviness, you might have the touch of clairempathy. That's like when you're in a room, you can feel a room. So I didn't know that's what we call it. We called it clairempathy. I thought it was the same thing as clairsentience, like a feeling, like you just feel like something's off, something's going on, or something's gonna pop off, and you could feel it. Like you got to be careful. You want to go. You want to leave the room because you know something's about to happen. I always thought it was clairsentience, but it actually means clairempathy. Example: if you ever walked into a room right after people have been fighting and felt heaviness, you might have a touch of clairempathy. Again, clairempaths don't feel another person's energy in their body, but you can sense it, so you feel it. So that's why it's called empathy. An example of this ability lies with the counselor Deanna Torrey from Star Trek: The Next Generation. I don't watch Star Trek, so I don't know what that example refers to. Maybe other people know what the example refers to, but it's empathy. It's a feeling. It's something that's in the room. It's not a feeling. It's not something that you feel in the body, but it's a sense. You can sense the tenseness in the room or uneasiness. You know something's off. You can feel when something just happened, like this fight just happened and everybody's tense. Everybody's tense in the room and you're like, something just happened, like what the fuck happened? That's clairempathy. So I'm gonna go on the next one. The next one is Clairtangency. Clairtangency. Clairtangency or clear touching. Tangency. Tangency is touching. Clairtangency or clear touching. It's also known as psychometry. Psychometry. People with this power can hold or touch an object and receive messages through it. Phoebe Halliwell from Charmed had the power of clairtangency, through which she received most of her premonitions. So now I know. Clairtangency, that's like when you touch an item, you can get messages from that item, or you know where it came from, or you know who had it last, or it's a gift. It's a gift. It's a power that you hold, or you can touch any object and you know what it's tied to or what it is connected to. So Phoebe Halliwell, that's in the show Charmed. I don't know if anyone remembered that show Charmed. They were like of witches, and all three witches had gifts, and Phoebe had the one that she could touch something. She could touch something and she would just know where it came from. She would get a vision of what happened in the past. Like she would know things. That's how she received her premonitions. So that is clairtangency. That's like when touching an item and you know what happened, know where it came from. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting one. So clairsentence. Clairsentence. This one is one who is clairsent. Clairsent is smell. So you see how they call it different names? Clairsent, like scent, the scent of something. So clairsent is clear smelling. Not to be confused with clairsentience. Sentience is sensitive because it's spelled differently. It doesn't have a C in it. But clairsentence has a C in it for scent. So you'll know it means for smelling. Clairsentience is clear feeling, so it's S-E-N, like sensitive, so you're feeling. But clairsentience is smelling, clear smelling. These are people that can smell, that can sense smells, food or perfume, when there's not a physical presence of the substance. In the book version of Stephen King's The Shining, Dick Halloran smells oranges before something bad happens. So it's like you have to pay attention to everything. If you notice that you're smelling something that is not there, pay attention to it, because it can be a message. You're getting a message. It could be your grandma if you're smelling her scent, or if you're smelling something that you're familiar of. You're familiar to the smell, but you're trying to recall, where did I smell this before? You just have to pay attention. So clairsentence, this scent is the smell. You're able to smell things that are not there. So the next one is clairvoyance. So clairvoyance, that's with the V. So clairvoyance is vision. You can see. So clairvoyance means clear seeing. It's often called the sixth sense, and it relies on the spiritual third eye. So it's like you see things other people don't see. Clairvoyants may see images, colors, light, movement, or pictures, and sometimes knows things that they shouldn't know. Rosalind Walker from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a good example of a clairvoyant. So clairvoyant means that you are seeing, that you have visions, and you're seeing it with your third eye. So you're seeing things that nobody else sees. Nobody else can see it, but you see it. And it's a vision, it's a sense. You have to pay attention to it. And you put it together to whatever's going on in your life, So that is clear seeing. Clairvoyance with the V is clear seeing, vision, seeing things. Claircognizance. Claircognizance is cognitive thinking. That's knowing things. So this is a psychic ability. It's similar to clairvoyance, because this is like, you know, you just know. There's no proof, but you just know. Clairvoyance and claircognizance is like the same thing, but you have no proof, and allows a person to know something without a logical explanation. Like, there's no way you can explain it to someone. There's no way they're going to believe you either. So it's hard. It's hard when this happens. So claircognizance, don't necessarily see something, but just know it. Like, you just know it, and there's no way you could possibly know this information. You just know it. And it's hard, like, when you know something and then they're like, how do you know? And it's like, oh, I just know. And you know, they don't, you whatever. Okay, claircognizance, don't necessarily see, but they just know it, as if it were downloaded to their mind. Sometimes the ability manifests as a nagging thought that won't go away. It may come through as a particularly strong gut feeling, leaving no room for doubt in the person's mind. So claircognizance is like, you just know something, and it's really no way that anyone can change your mind, because when you get these messages come from God. They are divine messages. These are clear messages coming from the divine. Like, there's no way you can explain it. You just know it. There's no way you can explain your vision. If you get a vision, you just get this vision, and it is what it is. It's clear, and it is what it is, and you can't explain it. But these are all gifts from God, from the divine, and it's like, the only way you can become better with your gifts is you have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to have faith in God, because God will send you signs. You just have to pay attention to the signs, and you're gonna have the answers to everything. You're gonna know everything. Everything is just gonna come to you because you have faith. You believe in God. That's pretty much it for this one. This one explained a lot of stuff. All the clairs, from clairvoyance, clairaudience, we went into clairaudience, clairgustance, clairsentience, that's the scent of smell, clairempathy, clairtangency. It's everything. But I'm gonna put it in the description box, and the timestamps will be in the comments. So thanks for watching. This was my last article on the clairs today, so I won't be doing any more today. But thanks for watching, and I wanted to say thank you because someone commented on a video I made of the clairs a long time ago, like maybe like 2 months ago. It wasn't that long, but it just, you know, she was interested in it. So I was like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make more videos on it because you're interested. So I want you to get more information on it, just so that you could know what's going on. Because I'm like, if she's interested, there are other people interested too. So thank you for commenting, and thank you for clicking on my video, and I hope you have a great day. I hope everyone has a great day. Always lead with love, and I'll see you later. Bye.